Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires with our Saba playthrough. We are currently, we've just acquired some more territory from the Antagonists that we are getting integrated of sorts. We have an even more ambitious offer to the Antagonists as we continue to absorb Anatolia. Our increase of legacy increasing rapidly and theirs decreasing. It is only just about turn 200, so we're not even halfway through the total amount of turns. Realistically, at this point, just through long-term income, if we keep this up, we will win at this point, no matter what, just within the time limit. But I have a much more ambitious plan that first requires us to buy as much as possible. Metal is not doing a good job at keeping up with anything else, unfortunately. So right now, we are waiting on that to get back to us. We're using money, we're using manpower, while I try to build up the nation that we are absorbing and build up more metal, especially, because realistically, we really need to. Now, let's get back to buildings, which we have to do. For example, there's a tavern done on Dioscordus out here. We did need more loyalty, now we have some, so that's pretty nice. Now I can go for something else. I think we could definitely utilize some infrastructure. We do have 4 slots available. I'll take the infrastructure from the charcoal pile. It's not a lot, but it's something. A gymnasium has been finished in Asalia. We really could use more loyalty here, but damn, the land reclamation. Needs lumber, really, huh? Upgraded from land expansion, tier 3. Damn. Well, I guess I'll get that. That's definitely something that can be useful. Heading up north, we finished a copper works in Asamara. We have many slots available. Many options available. I'm going to take the fortune teller. 4 loyalty from it. No culture, a little bit of money. That will help because this is a place where we could definitely use a little bit of loyalty. The M4 has been built next to that, finally getting it out of the way of food here. We just consumed food, so maybe we should now make some more food. Ooh, but with 2 slots available and I see a furnace, I want the furnace. We need metal. Alright, that's more important right now. Regional roads have been finished. Next to that, I'll take the land expansion, gladly. And looks like we've done a lot of Egypt already, looking over into Anatolia. We have finished the pleasure mansion in Sicilia. I could go for the courthouse right now. We're not lacking anything tremendously. Some decadence reduction would be nice. That's something we could definitely use more of right now. There's some potentially really cool things here, like the shipyard. Mostly for equipment and making ships cheaper. We'll ignore that. Coastal market done in Caria, where we could get a number of things. Definitely woodcutting would be convenient. So would a preserved food store. I don't like going over either of these when I see them. Personally, 2 slots available. Growth in 11 turns. Give me the woodcutting. And I'm going to move some desertic citizens, just a little chunk of them here, over onto food to try to help that stuff grow a little bit faster in the meantime. We're dismantling a lot of crap here that's opening up some new slots to work with. Damn, look at this spinning mill. That would make things more productive. But only for money, which is not my biggest concern right now. There's no growth here at all, so food and health would both be pretty great. I'll take a smokehouse. Yeah. And then right up here, we've also got a new population on top of everything that we've dismantled. Troada, and this is nothing super special. Some either food or health or infrastructure would be great. I think we could manage some food. Some food would be nice. We really don't need this many dudes on culture. Realistically, I'm going to bring 2 of you guys over to infrastructure. I'm bringing 3 of you up here. This is realistically too much. And I knew that while I was assigning some of these, but we'll get it fixed. Lots of deconning. Alright, we have several slots available here. That is some really long-term growth. I see a palisade. We don't have a palisade that's pretty close to a potential front, so let's go ahead and add to that. Move 3 guys onto food. Move 2 more guys onto food. Well, we have growth in 20 now. That's better. Yeah, there's just some of these places where we could do with moving guys around a little bit. And if it looks dire, then I will. It's not dire in most places, so I'm not too concerned or anything. We got a preserved food store in Busaria. 4 slots available at Copperworks is definitely tempting, yes. Because we want to process that into some metal. 6 slots here available after building a smokehouse in Tigris. Looking at the basics. Well, oh my, I see some room for improvement here. Okay. Let's get this swapped around a little bit, huh? First and foremost, let's get 5 desertics here. And then we'll kind of move on to infrastructure, what we need. I do see the ability to get a blacksmith. With so many slots, yes, give me something that gives me metal. It comes with infrastructure as well. I mean, was there anything really here that we needed? Maybe a little bit of infrastructure, right? Or food even. Infrastructure doesn't actually add up that much here. One of those less productive places. We got an orchard in Arbella, where we have 2 slots available. A land expansion seems obvious. Regional roads built north of that. And what do we have available? What do we need? Some infrastructure would be nice. Some food would be nice. We have some marble to help a large quarry, which is slotless. Or we could get a granary. We have grain for that. That would be nice. Takes a slot. We have 3. So it seems like a win. I think I'll go for that granary. Sure. I mean, looking at our setup here, it's clear that one is doing better than the other, so. East of there, we built a furnace, and we have a new population in Artemita. A marble vein, some infrastructure, some marble. That would be great. Infrastructure and marble. All right. How much? Not enough to get rid of 10. Certainly not. But maybe to get rid of 3 and put that on food, I guess. Sure, why not? Then heading south, we finished a stud, finished a copperworks in Babylonia. We're going to go for a land expansion, not the blacksmith. We need to open up some more slots. We only have the 1 slot available. Growth in 3 turns, but still, let's go open stuff up. A monument done in Bina, where we have 1 slot available. With 1 slot available, there's not much I can do. I guess I could use some health to speed up growth here. So gymnasium would probably be best for that. So let's go ahead and get that. Monument done next to that in Saracena, where we're doing okay on basics, so definitely use some more food. We have 4 slots. I guess I'll go for the hemp field. Looks like with the amphora still in the running, we are not going to get that prompting very much. We've already looked up and down around here, so that should be good. And all the things over here should be good as well. So heading east, bronze works. Regional roads complete way out here in Sagartia. Got a loyalty penalty, loyalty bonus. Loyalty will be better here once these things actually run out, which they'll run out at the exact same time, by the way. Infuriated slavers. Yeah, I could see why. Not the biggest problem. Food is a much bigger problem. Why is it even set up like this? Why is it set up this way? A salt house would be good for adding some more food and adding some more health. I'm going to move 2, 3, 4 or something onto food. That's definitely improved. Now growth in 1 turn. All right. We're adding more to food, so that should be fine. Crafter district done in Makran. 2 slots available. I can upgrade the blacksmith to a tools manufacturer for more infrastructure, a little bit more metal. Let's go ahead and do that. 13 infrastructure to be gained. 7 turns. I will move a couple guys to food, since we know we're going to have more than enough infrastructure very shortly. Irrigation system done in Sindamala. 4 slots available. It's definitely very biased as to what we have versus what we need. We certainly have more of some things than others. There's still a lot of basic things that we are missing, though. A lot of basics. I'm tempted to just get some, like a little more infrastructure, honestly. Let's get a little more infrastructure here. With a builder's hall, which can one day become a builder's guild. On this island, I missed this island. We built a salt mine, dismantled a bunch of things. We also have some infuriated slavers for now. Preserved food store would be great, but we're on a fucking island. So, major harbor would be fine. Granary would be great. We really could use some more food, among other things here. Let's put 2 onto infrastructure and 3 onto food, and then we might need some loyalty if we do that, though. But with these bonuses and debuffs, I think it's fine. Let's go ahead and just get the granary for now. Focus on these basics. And then we have done everything else that there is to do this turn. We're doing okay on the ranking. The Antagonids are still aging. They may become decadent, and it would be so funny to see them split apart. If they did, that would be interesting. Especially if it's right before I'm gonna, like, fight them. Because they might just delete themselves off the ranking if they do fall apart like this. I really want to see Rome go there, because they're the only other person I have to compete with to win. And we have our trade deal with the Antagonids, and you can see we've taken over even more stuff. Liberated this from the hands of the Antagonids. We definitely need to redo this a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just start with 5. Got a bunch on food. It's a lot on infrastructure. We don't want all this. I don't want to use Shurer. I don't know what the capital of this place is going to become, so we'll just create that for right now. We could probably do, especially right now, with almost everyone being on food, if we're not building anything, right? I don't know where to get rid of military buildings yet, if I don't know what will become the capital yet. So let's see. That covers the basics. We have plenty on food. Get rid of a usurer. Get rid of a slave market. And that's all I'll get rid of right now. Here's another one, a usurer. A slave market. They have some metal stuff. They have some metal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and move the rest onto food. Food. Just almost everybody onto food until I know what the hell's going on here. We've taken over a, honestly, pretty vast number of locations. I'm learning to eyeball the number 5 here, but I'm not perfect at it. Yeah, mostly just food and culture. This place could use more in the way of culture, actually. Let's try having 10. How's 10? Well, it looks better. It's not perfect. Get rid of a slave market. Get rid of a usurer. I'm sure we could use even more, honestly. Let's just fill up the culture. None of these guys are desertic. It looks a lot better now. Looks a lot better. Tar Workshop is good. Usurer is not. Acropolis. An Acropolis. Tier 3 military building that gives 10 free supply per turn. That's interesting. Does 7 damage against enemy land units in the region. The place above the city. A Greek-specific fortress. I see. So, we're probably not going to be able to upgrade it. And we're certainly not going to be able to build a new one. Because we're not Greek. So I'll just leave that there, I suppose. So much on money. That might be too much. How are we looking at here? It's looking pretty good. As many of them onto food as possible for right now. The amount on culture we need, maybe even more than that, actually. Food. Food. Looks good to me. Get rid of a usurer. We don't want that. Haven't skipped over anything, I think. Anything I don't want here. A lot of these places came with metal. We're actually positive on metal, because a lot of these places came with blacksmiths and furnaces. What do we want here? Coastal fortresses are nice, whether it's a military-specific location or not. However, I still don't know what the actual military capitals are going to end up being, and we have to order all of these things to be created. I'll put a coastal fortress. Wait, a coastal fortress for this? Actually, hold up. That's retarded. Well, maybe it's not. It's not because it gives garrisons. So that's still good. But it's also not good. You know what I mean? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Food, infrastructure. That can get way worse very quickly. It'll get better. It will. Technically. We're missing some basics here. That's the problem we have. An orchard here would be better. Yes, and I wouldn't like to get rid of any of the rest of that. Create the province. Anything else we want to create the province? We're already creating this one. Create the province. Alright. I have a lot to sort through here, apparently. Slave market. a usurer, and why literally everybody and their mothers are on food. 5, bring you down there. And for like 3 turns, you're not really going to have anything to do, so just farm and grow. Move you guys onto food. It could do with being better. We could build something here. The city walls is an obvious one. Sure, go ahead and get one of those. Give myself a little bit more in the way of infrastructure to help that. Where, oh, let's not forget, we want to get rid of this usurer. There'll be a lot of military buildings, at least once we figure out the capitals. Slave markets and usurer, you know, in order to, that we can get rid of. Infrastructure. That seems like a good amount. Well, when we don't have to build anything, maybe not, but... There. There. That is sufficient. Usurer, get rid of it. And that's it for now. Food. Infrastructure. Maybe a little more infrastructure. That's good. Next. Have I already gone through this one? This one looks fine. I can't even tell if I went through this or not. No, I haven't, but it looks mostly fine. I'm quite content with this one. I'll move one guy from infrastructure to culture. And then next door to that, we got another usurer to take care of. Who can we get on culture? Move the ones we don't need onto food. 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 Next to there, this place is even weirder. Get rid of the usurer. Food. Oh my gosh. 5 from infrastructure onto culture. Looks good to me. That all just looks fine to me the way it is. Alright. And then, I don't know what that just said. There's a lot of things here. New freedmen law, a bunch of new generals, because we finished the great military school. Hell yeah. 3 slots available. I can upgrade the weapons manufacturer to an arsenal, which is going to make metal costs, I guess in creations, for infantry and heavy infantry go down by 35%. I mean, that sounds pretty good. It's going to cost some money and some infrastructure and some equipment up front, but slotless, 2 turns? Yeah, dude, give me that. Sounds good to moi. With so many slaves here, I think I might just... There you go. Move any citizens up there onto infrastructure right now. I know I have a bunch of citizens down on culture. Maybe more than we need. It's fine for now. General, freedman law, and free infrastructure. Cool, that was a heck of a lot. We're sitting on a decent amount of manpower and money. That just keeps going up. Metal's the thing that's mostly lagging behind. I think we have something for that still. Yeah, manpower for metal. Let's go ahead and do a 1,000 manpower for 300 metal. Honestly, it's worth it right now. We've burned through a lot of our stockpiles and reserves. And I'll see what I can get from the Antigonids next. Ooh, maybe nothing. Because with all these trades, our relations have actually gone down a little bit. And now it's under the point where I can actually request regions from them. Probably in large part due to my constant trading, the Antigonids are the richest nation on the planet. Look at this. With 360,000-ish money. Their income is projected to be way lower than mine. It's not even remotely close. Well, the AI is terrible at managing that stuff. Still, we absolutely dwarf them in population at this point. Look at sort by pops. We're 3 times larger than them or Rome in population. I don't know how they're going to maintain this. They are able to maintain it, surprisingly. Let's sort by land power. And we'll see that that 3 times doesn't really reflect here. It's more like a 2 times here for them in Rome. That just means we could probably afford more, but I'm not really sure how that works. Is this the manpower income versus what they have? It shows that they're losing manpower, and so is Rome. Even worse for the Antigonids because we're shrinking them so much, and their metal income is pretty bad as well. So I don't know where they're going to be getting that stuff from, but I do know me buying all their stuff is going to be greatly hurting their ability to maintain this, aside from just buying it from other nations, which they might be doing. But how much can they do it? Because my capacity to field armies keeps going up. Really, my only shortfall ever is metal. Theirs is not. And in fact, I wouldn't mind attacking them very shortly. The problem is they still have a stack of 152. I don't know what to do about the Antigonids yet, honestly. If we want to wait till the relationship recovers again or what. But I will buy a cooperation with Mesesilia, as well as get some metal out of them for a 100% chance here, because they are friends with the Lusitani, we're friends with the Lusitani, and all of these parties are friendly with Rome, and we're getting friendly with Rome. I could wait for this to recover, or I could just break the alliance now, wait until the truce runs out, I think there's a truce, and then get to attacking them after they have some time to fall apart. I mean, look at this, they got a Hellenic rebels army right here. I wonder if I can see... Wow, they have really bad loyalty. Well, yeah, what a surprise. I'm buying away all their capabilities. Look at Greece, it's a fucking mess of loyalty. The AI doesn't know how to manage this. They're decadent, they're falling apart. My money wouldn't be able to buy me territory anymore if I do that. However, with the way things are right now, if we did fight, we would just have to locate where's their big stack. When we locate it, just get all of our guys together, even for a short period of time. And then, well, not all of them, right? We're looking at like 3 to 4 stacks here. And then take on their main stack. And then after that, we just beat the shit out of them. We would have Maria to help us wipe out the eastern bits here. We would have the Ethiopians, who would probably take forever to get anywhere near the war. But they would eventually. They'd probably run up here and help us. So we wouldn't be alone. But regardless, their ability to field an army this large is not going to last. Not only is it not going to last, if they get decadent and fall apart, they're about to stop existing soon anyway. That might be the length of the truce. I don't want them to get weak as I take them over now, and then as they get weak, that could actually be kind of bad, because someone might attack them, we get dragged into war. You know what? Alright. We're going to break the alliance with the Antigonids. It is time. And then we'll probably have a truce. We'll see. But I don't want to be friends with them anymore as they're falling apart. I don't think they're really going to be able to buy their way out of this decadence hell they're falling into. Too many troops, not enough loyalty. They're having massive problems as it is, and I think we can start to watch them burn. They're at war with the Nasamones. They're at war with Dalmatia and I assume that's supposed to be like Bohemia, but I don't even know where it is. Bohemia. Oh, someone up there. What a weird nation to be at war with. Dalmatia. Not big enough to really be a threat, but if we're not allied with the Antigonids and they get this weak, even Rome might go after them, which if they just take things over is not that big of a deal. But I definitely see the opportunity to try to snag that legacy coming up here. However long the truce is, I think this would be good. Because I think one peace treaty, you could get rid of 75% of what they have. 75%. You don't take all of it. I don't know the ratio of what you take. But if we got rid of 75% and they are at 20k, 21k almost, then that's huge. They're down to like 5k or something. That's much better. And then if we get a certain amount of it, that's great. To win, we would need 36k right now. So that's not going to bridge the gap, assuming the ratio is, you know, poor, but it would be a good start. It would be extremely helpful. All right, so let's look around the nation. So we got that free infrastructure there, but it's not too game-changing. City walls done on our border with the savage barbarians, you know, some of which I want to befriend now. Furnace would be great. A furnace would be awesome. It could be pretty useful because I am tempted to make some more militaries. And at this point, if I make more military at the moment, it's probably going to be to expand what we already have from my usual 56 stack. I don't know to what yet, but with the Antigonids' main army potentially in our way of 152, it just gives me the vibes of maybe aiming for something like 60 would be better. When you have like 8 or 9 stacks, adding 4 to each one is still kind of a big deal. So, but I do have to consider, this is on a border. This is on a border and it's less developed. Ooh, I do really want that metal. I do. You have no idea how much I do. We really need food more, it seems like. But infrastructure, that's a lot of infrastructure. Worth a lot more, certainly. Alright, fuck it. We'll take the infrastructure bonus. This is Africa we're talking about. I still need to develop it. It's not super duper developed. What can we get here? Either some basics or like a preserved food store. You don't really need the loyalty at the moment. I think the infrastructure could be nice. It could free up some for other things, really. But also the food could be nice as well. For some more growth. And getting, you know, just a level 1 building out of the way. Sure, let's get the level 1 building out of the way. Wheelmaker in Tubataris. A slotless anchorage. It's not going to solve any of my problems, but how's about 1 desertic on infrastructure and everybody else on food? I mean, even that looks special. Let's get a hemp field. This place is not built up at all. It's not built up at all. This place still needs more in the way of loyalty. It needs a lot of work. There's probably been some movement too. Regional roads built, 2 slots available. A city wall looks good to me. Yes, please. Yes, please. Amphora done to the east of there. Getting that off the list. This blacksmith wouldn't be too well timed. No iron, no copper available. I don't know if there ever will be those things available, though. Regardless, definitely one of these would be pretty simple to get. We already have, like, a preserved food store nearby. This does give health, too. Let's do that. It could still help growth in its own way. A fishery at Coeen. 3 slots available. Same things popping up, really. I think we could use food here with the way this is set up. What the hell? I'll take a hemp field. Public works done next to that. 2 slots available. We don't really have the metal required for this. I think I'll take the stud. To the south in Asbidia, we have finished a brickwork. Basics are doing okay here. We still want to prioritize those probably. We don't need the cult side here. Everyone's desertic, after all. Don't really know which one I should get first. Infrastructure looks more productive here than food, so let's go ahead and go for the orchard while it's showing itself. Orchard has been finished just south of that. We have 4 of them. It's been raided. It's kind of fucked up. A guard tower can help that. And this is, it's not going to last for too long. Population 12 or higher, but with this growth rate, well, it'll actually probably last pretty well. Speaking of, I guess we should move this guy off culture. He's not really going to be doing his best work there, huh? Let's not look at Egypt yet. Go to the furnace we just built in Tokar, and I can get an expert stone cutter. Ooh. What noise was that? Expert stone cutter. 6 infrastructure. You are worth 7. Put you on culture. And a bunch of culture as well. I think this works out. That's a fair trade. Fortune teller, where we could get a blacksmith. Okay, give me that. 11 infrastructure. Pretty good place to get a blacksmith. Many slots available. 11 infrastructure coming. And I could get another guy from infrastructure to culture. In that case, and we get 3 more metal. 3 metal's not a lot, but it is something. Salt mine has been built. I would love to have more food. There are only 2 slots here available. Only 2. Are you more productive? Looks like food, again, is not as productive here. So let's go for the ranch. The ranch seems good. School done to the south in Ankober. 1 slot available. I could go for those slotless walls or something maybe a little more productive. The only other building here for food is the Amphora. I don't like the Amphora. Maybe if I build it, it will unlock new ones. I don't know. But I don't know that we're in the position where we'd really want to build that right now. I could. We don't have the pottery to make it much better. I'll build it right now to get it out of the way. It's a pretty safe place. And if I need to, I could just move these guys, like, to food or something. You'll actually go to infrastructure. All you guys on infrastructure. The food seems fine. The growth will pace with that decently well, I suppose. But that looks like all the time we have for this episode. So I'm going to end this one here. So for now, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.